Hello, hello, brought to you by Visualized, visualcapitalist.com. Author Nick Routley. Visualize the world's population at 8 billion. Check out this map. I think this map is pretty cool. Now we're going to check out North America. North America is in the blue. Caribbean. So you have Central America, 52 million population, and 44 million population in the Caribbean. All the Caribbean add up, I guess. South America is 439 million. Africa, North Africa is 257 million. Sub-Saharan is 1.2 billion. Wow, that's a population right there, okay? Let's move over to the other side of the grid. Europe, you see Europe at 107 million. West Europe 198 million. East Europe 229 million. South Europe 152 million. And then the Asia country, Central Asia 77 million. Southeast Asia 684 million, almost a billion. Middle East 376 million. South Asia 1.9 billion population. East Asia 1.7 billion. And I don't think there's anything else to report. Okay, so let's go to the map itself. As you can see, the blue represents North America, green represents South America, and the yellow represent Africa. Whereas the light blue, the lighter side of the blue represents Europe, and the red, deep red, represent East and Southeast, Middle East, Central Asia. The population is growing. I'll take my time around for those who want to see this chart. Sudan, Egypt, Ethiopia, Uganda, South Africa, Kenya, Mozambique, Tanzania, Ghana, Angola, Brazil, Argentina, Venezuela, Peru, Canada, 39 million. Can you believe it? As big as Canada is, 39 million. Okay. Visualize the world's population at 8 billion. At some point in late 2022, the 8 billionth human being will enter the world, ushering a new milestone for humanity. In just 48 years, the world population has doubled in size, jumping from 4 to 8 billion. Of course, humans are not equally spread throughout the planet, and countries take all shapes and sizes. The visualizations in this article aim to build context on how the 8 billion people are distributed around the world. For extended coverage of this moment and what it means to the world, you can get access to the full report and webinar by signing up to VC Plus, our premium newsletter. I'm starting to notice this ever since I've been reading all these articles, that they're starting to charge your ass now for these information. So now here's a look at each country's population as of September. Guess Arthur has to get paid, man. So China, 1.4 billion. This is China's population, 1.4 billion. I can go with the numbers. 1,459,832,064. India in second place with 1.4. So 1,410,982,243. United States with 335 million. Indonesia with 280 million. Pakistan at 5th place, 230 million. Nigeria 6th place, 218 million. 7th place, Brazil 215, 168 million. Bangladesh at global rank 8th place. Global rank 9th place, Russia at 146 million. Mexico 132 million at rank 10 out of 235 entries. Below are regional breakdowns of population. Africa's population by country. As of 2022, Africa's total population stands at 1.4 billion people. Many of the countries with the fastest growth rates are located in Africa, and by 2050, the population of the continent is expected to jump to 2.5 billion. 2050, I'm not going to say my age. Yeah, so check out the map. I'm going to do a zoom. Relative went over these parts already, so I guess it's just emphasizing the Africa. Nigeria is Africa's most populous country and its largest economy. Based on current growth rates, Nigeria's largest city, Lagos, could even emerge as the world's top megacity by the end of the century. Africa has far the lowest median age of any of the other continents. Asia's population by country, with 4.7 billion people in 2022, Asia is by far the world's most populous region. The continent is dominated by the two massive population centers of China and India. Okay, so with that combined, it adds up to 4.7 billion people, India and China, Asian country. In 2023, a big shift will occur, with India surpassing China to become the world's most populous country. China has held the top spot for centuries, but the mismatch between the two countries' growth rates made it only a matter of time before this milestone arrived. So here's the Asia, India, Turkey, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Syria, Jordan, Iraq, Yemen, and to the other side, Malaysia, Thailand, Myanmar, Philippines, Indonesia, Vietnam. Asia is a region of contrast when it comes to population growth. On the one hand, our countries like Singapore and Japan, which are actually shrinking. On the other hand, our Middle Eastern nations like Oman and Qatar, which have robust population growth rates of 4 to 5%. Vietnam is on the cusp of becoming the 15th country to surpass the 1 million population mark. Europe's population by country. Europe's population in 2022 is 550 million, almost a billion people, more than twice the size of the United States. A century ago, Europe's population was close to 30% of the world's total. Today, that figure stands at least less than 10%. This is in part due to the population growth throughout other regions of the world. More importantly, though, Europe's population is contracting in a number of places, Eastern Europe in particular. Many of the countries with the slowest growth rates are located in the Balkans and former Soviet bloc. So, we've already reviewed this part of the map, the darker side of the map, the colors. Let's go into the middle and let's do a little slide by. So you got your Netherlands, France, Austria, Belgium, Germany, Italy, UK, Iceland, Estonia, Spain at the bottom there, Serbia, Slovakia, Romania, Ukraine, Belarus, Hungary, Poland. You got Russia. Okay. Russia remains Europe's largest country by population, although the country's landmass extends all the way across Asia. Three-quarters of Russia's people live on the European side of the country. Germany is the second largest country in Europe, followed by the UK, France, and Italy. Ukraine is the seventh largest population center in Europe, but it remains to be seen how the current conflict with Russia impacts the country's long-term population prospects. North America's population by country. North America's population is 602 million people as of 2022. The continent is dominated by the United States, which makes up more than half the total population. America's population is still growing modestly by global standards, but perhaps more interesting are the internal migration patterns that are occurring. States like Texas and Florida are seeing an influx from other states. So let's zoom in to America. So you got your Mexico and you got Canada. Mexico population is more than Canada. Canada has the lowest population, man. It's been like that for a long time. And the country is the second largest in the world. Canada is the second largest country in the world compared to Russia and China. But yet it has one of the it doesn't even have 50 or 45 million people in the entire country. Canada has one of the highest population growth rates of major developed economies thanks to international migration. Yeah, ever since after COVID. Mexico is currently the 10th most populous country, but will eventually be bumped from the 10th list by fast-growing African nations. South America's population by country. The population of South America in 2022 is 439 million. Brazil makes up nearly half of that total. So let's dive in. Give you a close-up. So we see Peru, Guyana, Colombia, Chile, Paraguay, Bolivia, Argentina, Ecuador, Venezuela, Uruguay, Brazil. Let's zoom out. Sometime this decade, Colombia's capital, Bogota, will become the region's fifth megacity, which is defined as having a population of 10 million or more. Sao Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, Buenos Aires, and Lima are South America's current megacities. Oceania's population by country. The population of Oceania regions is 44 million people, just slightly higher than the population of California. Australia, New Zealand, and Papua New Guinea make up the lion's share of the population for this region. Let's zoom in. New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, Fiji down at the bottom there, Solomon, French, Micronesia, and then Australia, of course, the big space there. Zooming out. Interestingly, many of the small countries by population can also be found in this region. When will Earth's population hit 9 billion? When will Earth's population hit 9 billion? The next global population milestone, 9 billion, will likely be hit sometimes in 2030s. Lots of babies. In fact, Earth's population is expected to continue growing until it hits a peak at some point in 2080s, possibly over 10 billion mark. How do you know this? How can you speculate that? So look at the population from 1950 to 2099. We not 2022 and you talk about 2099. Most people not ever think about the next week and you talk about the next 100 years. They might talk about. If the world's population is 8 billion right now, so it takes more than 50, 60 years for it to hit 10 billion. I don't agree with all of this. The final part right here with the population being, I don't want to speculate that far. So yeah, we want to thank visualcapitalist.com for this beautiful article. I enjoy it, especially with the visual arts and visual graphics. Thank you, Nick Routley, for this article. It was brilliant. The first time reading it, and it was really easy. Some articles I have to read twice to, either to understand or to pronounce the words properly. Yeah, man. So as you can see, the visual arts was really helpful and amazing. All the numbers and everything, the colors, everything is just great here. And this gives you a good, concrete understanding of the world. We're not here. This channel is not just here to showcase or highlight cryptocurrency and blockchain. It's also to go to share what our world is made up of. Right? You need a complete understanding in order to see where certain things are going, or where certain things is going to take place. So with that said, guys, thank you for coming onto the channel, for listening, for giving a listening ear. You are developing listening skills by listening to this video here. And not only that, you're helping me to build my vocabulary. So thank you guys for taking your time to share and to help and to participate. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and see you again the next time.